stop wasting your life. I'm going to share the 7 things I quit to go from broke to building a multi-million-dollar empire. When kids walk up to my supercar and ask what I do, I always tell them the same thing. It's not what I do, it's what I don't do. Number 1. I quit spending time with energy vampires. I had a childhood friend I'd known since elementary school. But here's the thing. He only called when he needed something. Never when I had a win to share. Never when I was struggling. Only when he needed help or money or someone to kill time with. One day I asked myself, what does a great friend actually look like? And I realized he hit none of those marks. I was just loyal to someone out of habit, not because they deserved it. So I created space. And here's what happened. When you say no to the wrong people, you say yes to the right ones. Audit your circle, ruthlessly. If someone doesn't want more for you and only wants more from you, they don't belong in your life. Your environment sets your internal thermostat. You can have the most positive mindset in the world, but put yourself in a freezer and you will freeze. Protect your energy like your success depends on it, because it does. Number 2, I quit taking advice from people who haven't done what I want to do. At the gym, people with average bodies try to give me fitness tips. I'm not being rude, but I ask myself, if I follow your advice, will I look like you? No. So why would I listen? I don't take fitness advice from out-of-shape life coaches. I don't take business advice from business coaches with no business. And I don't take relationship advice from someone who's been divorced 3 times. Here's where most people mess up. When they face a big decision, they go to their parents. But if your parents haven't achieved what you want, they'll give you the advice that got them where they are. And if that's not where you want to end up, you see the problem. Want to become a champion? Get advice from a champion. Find people who have what you want, and don't be afraid to ask them questions. Success leaves clues. Number 3, I quit blaming other people for my situation. I used to blame everything. Traffic made me late. Someone didn't like me on the call. The deal fell through because of someone else. But here's the truth I had to swallow. I was the one driving. I was the one on the call. I was the one who didn't prepare. When you blame other people, you hand them the remote control to your life. You give away your power. But when you take full responsibility, even for things that weren't entirely your fault, you get that power back. Think of it this way. If you cook a meal and it tastes awful, blaming the ingredients doesn't fix dinner. You're the chef. Own it and cook it better next time. We're not creatures of circumstance. We're creators of circumstance. The moment you take ownership, everything changes. Number 4, I quit saying yes to everything. Early on, I said yes to every opportunity because I was scared I'd miss out. What happened? I spread myself so thin that I was doing everything badly, and people stopped trusting me. Here's a rule I live by. If someone always says yes to everything, I can't trust their yes, because eventually something's going to fall through. Steve Jobs said it perfectly. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is say no. Think of your commitments like a backpack. The more you stuff in, the heavier it gets, until you can't move at all. If you haven't built real success yet, here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing and commit to it for a decade. Go all in. Be maniacal. Say no to everything else. Become the best in the world at that one thing. That's how you win. Number 5. I quit being a prisoner to my phone. I run a youth program for young men called King's Club. I asked one of them, "What's your biggest obstacle?" He held up his phone. "I know what I need to do," he said, "but I pick this up and 4 hours are gone." And I realized why. He didn't have a real plan for his life. He didn't know what the scrolling was stealing from him. Your attention is your most valuable asset. It's worth more than any notification, any DM, any dopamine hit from a like. Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications right now and build a life so exciting that scrolling isn't even tempting because you're too fired up about what you're building. Schedule things. Put them on the calendar. Do it with your company. Do it with your better. Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications. Schedule things. Put them on the calendar. Do it with your better. Schedule things. Put them on your calendar. Do it with your better. Show you the chance. Subscribed your life and still with yourself. She said, "Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications. That scrolling is even tempting." And I realized what you're building for. Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications. That scrolling is even tempting. Show you the chance. Subscribed your life and still with yourself. She said, "Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications. That scrolling is even tempting." She said, "Here's the fix. Turn off all your notifications." So calendar. Do it with other people. Accountability makes it stick. If you're meeting a friend at the gym, you show up. If it's just you, you might scroll instead. A phone addiction is a signal. It means your life isn't interesting enough yet. Go fix that. Number 6. I quit reading books and started studying them. I used to speed through books just to check them off a list. Read it? Check. But I never changed. Never applied anything. Never retained much. Then I realized the value isn't in reading. It's in doing. It's in the application. So I developed what I call the JFDI muscle. Just freaking do it. The second I read something actionable, I act on it immediately. And even better, I started teaching others what I was learning. When you know you're going to teach it, you read completely differently. Stop reading just to feel productive. That's what I call shelf help. Buying books so you can tell people you read them while they sit on a shelf collecting dust. Only pick up a book when you need it, when you're stuck, and that book solves the exact problem you're facing. Not just in case, just in time. Study it, apply it, teach it. That's the only loop that changes your life. Number 7. I quit comparing myself to other people. Comparing myself to others made me depressed. I felt behind. I felt small. I felt like nobody should take me seriously. Then it hit me. The only person I'm actually competing against is the version of me from yesterday. I'm not you. I don't have your brain, your background, your network, your situation, and you don't have mine. So why are we measuring each other? If you can get 1% better every single day, that compounds into something extraordinary over a year. Over a decade, it changes everything. Why would you compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 27? I've been in business for 27 years. If you're just starting out, don't compete with me. Learn from me. And when you hit 27 years, you should be further than I ever was, because you have access to information and mentors I never had. The most powerful thing you can be is you. Authentically, unapologetically you. Everything you're insecure about, that's your fingerprint. That's what makes you memorable. Lean into it.